Hey guys, so I wanted to do the top 10 most wanted DC Multiverse figures. So this is my list, just my personal picks here. So first up is Harley, and like a comic Harley, or maybe even an Arkham game Harley. So she has been made early on. It seems like that figure was badly proportioned. She just looked weird. And so I would just like an update on that. Number nine, need a comic Poison Ivy. We have had the Uma Thurman, Batman and Robin Poison Ivy, but I think a comic Poison Ivy is what most of us are looking for. One that looks more like the 70s and 80s, or even Nightfall era Poison Ivy would probably be perfect for a lot of us collectors and what we're looking for in on our shelves. Hush era Poison Ivy would be fine. Number eight, Cornelius Stirk. Probably a deep cut for a lot of you. He's featured in Nightfall. He is a Norm Brayfogle, Alan Grant creation. A villain I really like. I love all of their weird creations of that time. I'm a huge Norm Brayfogle fan, so I love all of those characters that they came up with that were just something a little different from the norm, something a little creepier, a little scarier, and I would like to see that one represented. Maybe he could come with like a pot of stew or some of his changing costumes, like Abraham Lincoln or something like that. Some characters that he would dress up as. Next up, Amygdala. So Amygdala was also a creation of Alan Grant and Norm Brayfogle. He was featured, I think, for the first time in the last Arkham story, which also was when Mr. Zaz was first shown, when he first appeared. Amygdala would be probably one of the bigger figures when you think about the size of Killer Croc, Bane, Clayface, Man-Bat. He would probably be that size. And I think it'd be neat if like a knife was sticking out of his back, kind of like that Nightfall era when we saw Amygdala. Amygdala is one of those characters who he's only used once in a blue moon. He doesn't appear that much. He's almost forgotten about by a lot of writers for DC. He's just kind of a once in a while, and when he does show up, he's a background character for the most part. He doesn't come along and get used in stories very much. And of course, a lot of DC stories anymore, if if they can't have a story go on for 5 or 6 issues, they're not interested. Whatever happened to the days of one shots is what I want to know. I mean, it's okay to have one book with one story in it, one single comic book issue. It doesn't have to be a marathon. It doesn't have to be a You don't have to constantly be thinking about how trades are going to be sold in order to write a story. But I'm off my soapbox now. But yeah, Amygdala, I would like that figure to be made. That'd be pretty awesome. Next up, Spoiler. Um, Obviously Clue Master too, but it'd be awesome for Spoiler to be made. She'd be great along Tim Drake on the shelf. I would prefer like a Spoiler that looked like she did when she first came out in the 90s. But she's a great character. She would look good beside Huntress on the shelf, or if they did make a Clue Master. But I think she's sorely missing, and a lot of female characters right now are undermade or not represented at all, and that's not news to most collectors. But she needs to be made, needs to be represented, and she's huge in that era of Batman mythos. So we do need a spoiler. Next up, Talia. Obviously, we have Ra's al Ghul. We need Talia, and if you're thinking about the history of Batman, Talia actually came along first. You met her first, and then Ra's al Ghul showed up, and that was the connection point. So, and also she's been in the movies, so Not only has she been in the comics, she's been in the animated series, but she's been in the movies of recent years. So it just seems like she should be made. Next up, Anarchy. Uh, Obviously, I've talked about in the past having a soft spot for Anarchy because that was the first comic book I ever had. He was in it, but I definitely think they could do something cool with that character, with that figure. And again, he's a Brayfogle Grant creation, so I would want a version of him. I would rather he had like the red outfit with the big hat and the gold mask, but any version they make, I'd be excited to see it. Next up, obviously, Ventriloquist and Scarface. This one's just, it's ludicrous that these guys haven't been made yet. These are figures that, these are huge characters in the world of Batman, and I mean, these last few I'm going to talk about, these are the top tier that I have no idea why they haven't been made yet. Um, this is more Brayfogle and Grant, but this is probably their biggest creation right here that have not seen the light of day. Black Mask. Where is Black Mask with McFarlane? Why have they not made a Black Mask? And this is a great version of Black Mask that from No Man's Land that was a Secret Files edition a while back. Just recreate this. And finally, Mad Hatter. Mad Hatter, where are you? Why have you not been made into a McFarlane figure? It's so silly. Anyway, that's my list. Let me know your list down in the comments. Subscribe to the channel. Let's let McFarlane know that they're missing out on these characters. Why are they not making them? I don't know. Leave your comments below. Subscribe to the channel. Enjoy your toys.